we look now at the parametric equations, x equals 2t cubed plus 1, y equals t squared minus 1, what we would like to do is to sketch a graph of these parametric equations. To start with, we're just going to make a table, and we're going to let t take values from minus 2 to 2 with a step of 1. Evaluating x and y, and you can do this yourself. You might pause and evaluate a couple of these. You can do them in your head just to make sure you understand what's going on here. We just plug the t values in and we get these x and y values. And then we make a couple of observations. One thing we can observe about y, since we've got t squared here, this thing is going to be symmetric about t equals 0. In other words, our y values on this side of t equals 0 will be equal to those on this side of t equals 0, equal distances on either side. So we get this obvious symmetry here. Another thing we notice is that the change in the y values as we move away from this point of symmetry get greater and greater. We have a change of 1, then a change of 3, the next change will be 5, and so forth. Excuse me. If we look at the x values, we have 2t cubed plus 1. T cubed is a higher power than t squared. What does that do? Well, among other things, t cubed is an odd power, so we don't have symmetry, we have an anti-symmetry. That is, we move away from 1, we go up by 2, then we go up by 15, and so forth. As we move to the left, we go down by 2, and then down by 14. I said we went up by 15. Somehow that 3 looked like a 2. I didn't do my arithmetic wrong, I just caught the wrong image. But 3 to 17 is a step of 14. Negative 1 to negative 15 is a step of negative 14. Now, since the cube is a higher power than the square, these things will increase. The changes will increase. Remember, I had a change of 1, then a change of 3. Here it's a change of 2, then a change of 14. Not only will these changes increase as we move away from the t equals 0 point, but they'll increase faster than these will increase. And what's that going to do to the shape of the graph? Well, let's look at the graph. Okay. Now let's just look at one of our representative points. Remember, here's x and here's y, 17, 3. So we come over 17 units, up 3. Okay, that's our t equal 2 point. That would be maybe right here. This graph isn't particularly accurate, but it has the right basic shape. The t equals 0 and t equals 1 points. T equals 0, we have 1, negative 1. That's right here. We label that t equals 0. At t equal 1, x is 3, y is 0. So here's our t equals 1 point at 3, 0. Similarly, we label our t equals negative 1 and t equals negative 2 points. We could imagine, if t is time in seconds, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2 seconds. Okay, if we move steadily, well, if we let our clock run steadily, we're going to move from here to here in a second, then from here to here, then from here to here, and from here to here. And our motion will be faster, obviously, from here to here, because we've got a longer ways to go in a second, than from here to here. So we move along here, then we slow down, and then we speed up. Okay? We go slower toward the middle. We see the symmetry and lack thereof in the shape of this graph, or the anti-symmetry. The x values change. They go from here to here to here, and then they're going to go up even more. Okay? The x values are going to increase by more and more. I'm sorry, these are the y values. Obviously, this is a y-axis. I'm looking at these little x's here, and that made me say x. I'm sorry. So the y values increase. Those are the 3, negative 3. The 3, 0, negative 1, 0, 3 values going to increase from here to here to here, and then the next one's going to increase by 5. We'll increase by 1, then by 3, then we'll increase by 5, and so forth. So why isn't the graph going up faster and faster? Well, the reason for that is that the x values, which go as the t cubed, go up faster and faster also, and more so than the y values. So the x values go from 1 to 3 to 17 as the y is going from -1 to 0 and only to 3. So we have this shape. Also, for negative values of t, we're on this side of the t equals 0 point because the x values are going in this direction. Remember, if we look at our x values, we've got -15, -1, 1, 3, 17. From 1, we go over 2, then we go over 14, but in the negative direction. If we go this way, we go up 2, we go up 14. So we see we're going down by 2, down by 14. Here we're going up by 2, up by 14 in the x direction. In the y direction, on the other hand, no matter which way we go from t equals 0, we go up. And if you think about it, that's what gives us the shape that we see here.